Hello, welcome to Angela's Busy Bees Garden and Homestead. And I'm here to do another weekly update on my seedlings. And as you can see, these are the vegetables that came up within the last 3 weeks. And we've been having a lot of rain, but the temperatures have been in the 50s, and I think one day we had temperatures in the 60s. And so I wanted to start the hardening off process. And so, what I have done with all of my seedlings that are at least 3 weeks old and older, I've started the hardening off process. And also, it's raining right now. Not a heavy rain, just a slow sprinkle. And so I am not only hardening them off, but allowing them to get some of this rainwater. And also, it's a little kind of on the windy side. And so, this is going to help also with getting the plant to become more sturdy and have a stronger stem. And so, I'm going to leave them out here for about another hour. They've been out here so far for 1 hour, and then I'll bring these back in and put them under the shop lights. I've had a few other things to come up this week. I've had some okra to finally come up, and I've had more spinach, and one more Texas store hibiscus has germinated. So I'll share that with you. But just wanted you to see how I have this outside here on the table. It's getting some rainwater and getting wind. Just enjoying the outside right now. And so the hardening off process requires that you give them increments of time each day to outside temperatures. And then on the seventh day, that's when they're able to stay outdoors for good. And then you can place them into your garden or your raised garden bed, your pots, what have you. Okay, I'll take you inside and show you the things that just came up this week and let you see how everything's going. And so here under the one grow light that I have some more flowers. And these are the, let's see here if I can get this to focus, Gypophilia, but it looks similar to baby's breath. I thought that they would be beautiful in my fresh cut flower bouquets. I have a few more spinach here. I have two Brussels sprouts that have come up. There's one here, and there's one there in the back. And then this is my Texas Star hibiscus here that just recently came up. And also under this grow light, I have one okra plant here that has come up. And I have some more under the shop lights. But this is just things that I could not put under the shop lights, and so I had to add this grow light for some things. And probably more stuff will go into the greenhouse as I transition my brassicas after they have been hardened off into the garden. I'll be able to take more things out of the house and into the greenhouse. But now I'll show you the other things that I have that just came up within the last 3 to 4 days that I have under shop lights. And here, guys, I have more spinach that has germinated. And here in the back, I have some sage that has come up. More spinach here and here. And this little sticky thing here is for the fungus gnats. And as you can see, it's capturing lots of them, which is another reason why I can't wait to get these outside. But here's some more okra. And here's another spinach that came up. And here is some sage. And in the back here, I have another cayenne pepper that came up. And here I have the forget-me-not flower. And if you want to know what those look like, I think I have the paper here. here are the forget-me-nots. And I got this from Dollar Tree. Wanted to give it a try. Think it would be beautiful in a bouquet of flowers. But these are the things that came up within the last 3 to 4 days that I have put in, potted up in soil and placed in these little containers. And these were containers that I probably purchased something from Lowe's, or either I just picked them up from the recycled bin. But they're great to use for potting up your flowers. So when you purchase flowers or anything in containers, I tend to try to hold on to them because they do come in great use. And now I'll take you outside to show you the brassicas and the things in the greenhouse so you can see how those are doing as well. And as you can see, the greenhouse with my seedlings have been mostly cleared because I've started the hardening off process. But what I have remaining are my peppers, and there's one tomato plant here that is a surprise. I'm not sure what kind it is, but these are the peppers. And for some reason, look like I'm losing a couple of them. For example, here, the whole leaf part has come off. And so I'm going to sow some more seeds in the event that I lose a lot of my peppers. And the good thing about starting early is it gives you enough time if you need to start over. You can do so before it's time to actually plant in the ground. And so everything else has been taken out and is hardening off. And here I have my sugar cane. I've taken them from the containers and I put it in here, and I've covered it with soil, and I'm keeping this lid on to try to hold the moisture in to see if I can get my sugar cane to root. And then here are my fig cuttings here in the back that has not done anything as of yet. Okay, now I'll show you the things that I have that are hardening off outside. And if you look here, these are all of the transplants that have died because they weren't getting enough water. And with the greenhouse, it gets really hot, especially the things that are on the top shelf. And so even though I thought I was keeping them watered, there was some that I was missing. And as you can see here, I've lost a couple of my transplants. Okay? And here is where I have the rest of my vegetable seedlings that are hardening off. Over here in front, I have some raspberries and grapes that I purchased from Lowe's about a month ago. And they were on clearance, and I got each of these for $2 each. And here I have some basil, some oregano, look like a hodgepodge of bunch of different things. So it looked like some spinach and some celery here. Here are the brassicas. More brassicas. Here are the cabbage and the Brussels sprouts. Oregano and basil. And as you can see here, these two in the back were drying off because I thought I was watering everything, but evidently I wasn't getting everything in the back, and so it may die, it may come back, I'm not certain. But that's why it's good to sow a lot of seeds, and to keep re-sowing for that matter, because you will lose some of your transplants. The same thing here with my thyme. Some areas were not getting wet and they were dying, and I couldn't see that far in the back. And the same thing looked like with this one, was dying off. But I have enough time anyway, and I can possibly even divide these a little more. Here are my Shasta daisies and my dill. And here are the eggplants and that one Texas Star hibiscus. That was the first one to germinate. And as I stated, it's been raining off and on. These have been hardening off for several days now. And I'm hoping that by this time next week, God's willing, I'll be able to transplant these into the garden. Thank you so much for joining me. You all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.